After the unexpected success of my first de-interlining video, I've decided to create a series where I talk about various de-interlining plans in the New York City subway system, my thoughts on them, and how they can help change the system for the better. In this first video, I'll be talking about the Queens Boulevard line and the merging issues near Briarwood. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a channel member for more content. So just what will be changing with this plan? Well, first I must tell you about the conflicts we'll be solving in this video. The first being that on the eastern section of the Queens Boulevard line, E trains cross in front of F trains at Briarwood to reach the local track, causing delays on both lines. The second being that both E's and F's serve local stations after Forest Hills, causing slow movements while they switch tracks. You may remember this from my 75th Avenue least used stations video. Now, what is my solution to fix these conflicts? Well, yet again, I had help from TMC on my Discord server, just like the last de-interlining video, and actually part of that plan is present here. Yup, I'm talking about sending the R train to Astoria. Now, before you dislike the video, as if that actually matters anymore, I suggest you watch my other de-interlining video because I actually explained just why this would be a good idea and how much it would improve the R's headways. In that video, I also talked about sending the G train back to Forest Hills, and while I and many others would love to see that change from a railfanner's perspective, it is not the best option. TMC proposed a plan to have both F and M trains running local to Jamaica 179th Street via the 63rd Street Tunnel. With this, riders along the 63rd Street line will see increased service, and while it is local service, a transfer would be available to express trains at Jackson Heights, and I've even heard some people suggest converting 36th Street into an express station to allow for passengers to transfer. Now, you may also bring up the point of the F being an all-local service, and while I do see that as somewhat of an issue, let's be completely honest, who's going to be taking the F from Brooklyn all the way to Queens or vice versa, especially if the Interborough Express is built? Now, for those who still see it as an issue, we can throw in Culver Express service at all times except late nights. The G can cover Culver local, especially with my future suggestions for the R211 car assignments and more service. With the F and M trains running local to Jamaica 179th Street, you might be wondering what's going on with the express line, and this is where it gets interesting. TMC proposes splitting the E into two branches to maximize frequency on the line. Currently, the Jamaica Center branch can only handle 12 trains per hour, so having all express trains go there would be limiting capacity on the E line. This is why some trains go to Jamaica 179th Street during rush hours. To solve this issue, we can send some trains to Jamaica 179th at all times during the day and others to Jamaica Center. This will increase the frequency of express trains to 30 trains per hour, with 18 trains going to 179th Street and 12 to Jamaica Center. Both of these services would run express throughout the whole length of Queens Boulevard, even to 179th Street. To avoid confusion amongst riders, you can give this new branch a different route designation from the current E line. Maybe bring back the K route bullet, since the line will also run along 8th Avenue. Talking about 8th Avenue, you may be wondering how both the E and K trains on the local track will affect C train service. With this plan, we move the C train onto the express tracks with the A for the entirety of Central Park West, except the 168th Street and 145th Street portion, and the B and D trains can handle local service. I'll explain this more in a future De-Interlining Chronicles video, same with an extension to this plan, which involves sending the E and K into Brooklyn. By moving the C to the express track, you make 8th Avenue express service more frequent, while freeing up the local track for both E and K trains. With this change, we could also see 10-car C trains running along the line. Now, there will always be those people who are against de-interlining because it would change their home line or would remove one-seat rides in certain places, And to be honest, I hate some de-interlining plans, especially those that involve the IRT, because they will remove some of the most important one-seat rides in the system. This plan has a couple of changes that might force a transfer upon riders, like those living on Central Park West trying to get to 8th Avenue, and those who live on Queens Boulevard not having Broadway service, but I believe that the positives greatly outweigh the negatives in this instance. Queens Boulevard is a mess when it comes to interlining, and with CBTC in the testing phase, delays have been occurring more and more often. Something needs to be done with service along the line, and this plan sees service being improved on the C, E, F, M, and R lines. If you enjoyed this video and agree with the suggestion, like, subscribe, and consider becoming a channel member. I'll see all of you in the next video. Happy rail fanning, everyone.